saying Jehovah.
What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you doing? First and foremost, man, I want to thank everyone for the love and support. And like I always say, I will always be humble and thankful for the love and support that I receive. I see all the comments. Can't get to all of them, but I do see them. I see everything, man, and I thank y'all so much for it. And one more thing, make sure y'all follow my TikTok live today. I'm doing a live coverage on the Carmelo and Anthony situation. Couple people that was in the courtroom spoke about it, so I will be posting that over the weekend also, so make sure y'all look for that. But anyway, before we get started, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Please hit that subscribe button for your boy. Now, shout out to my foundational Black Americans out there in New York City. Now, I'm late on this, and I'm sorry for being late. But y'all probably heard of this, but I still gonna report on it anyway, man. But chaos erupts at New York reparations hearing as foundational Black Americans clash with the left-leaning groups. Oh my God. So basically, shout out to the Freedmen Project. Freedmen Project advocate says eligibility, should be based on lineage to survive constitutional challenges. Shout out to y'all for that. Sorry, I'm a little stuttering a little bit. I've been talking all day on live. But anyway, let me read the article a little bit. This is on Fox News. Black residents in New York are voicing sharp concerns to state officials over a proposed reparations plan, warning that broadening the program's scope to include other marginalized groups and recent immigrants could co-opt or dilute their movement. I think it's important because as foundational Black Americans who's been here since the founding of the country, coming in as slaves, and also indigenous people who are here, we have a claim to the country, says Aubrey Mohammed. Shout out to Aubrey Mohammed. We have our own culture, and we deserve to be compensated for what our ancestors have been put through. Shout out to Muhammad. He ain't lying about that. He is not lying about that at all. And it feels good, man, starting where the phrase foundational Black America started back in 2019, 18 or something, to 2026, and see it where it's at now, just to see it on, it's on white media, but just to see mainstream media using the word foundational Black Americans and not just saying Black American. Muhammad delivered his testimony to the New York State Community Commission on reparation remedies during a crowded public hearing at the Hempstead High School on Long Island last month. During the session, he accused Democrats of actively importing Latinos from South America to fill voting roles as replacements for us, while further alleging that incoming populations are gentrifying traditionally Black neighborhoods. And that's a fact, man. We seeing this all over the United States with these people, man. Even in Dallas, man, I'm starting to see that because gentrification used to just be white people taking over, man. Now you got these Indian people taking over certain areas out here in Dallas, man. The Mexicans been doing it, but now the Indians overpowering the Mexicans now. So, but here we go. I'm just gonna read the article, man. The Democrats in a sick way imported 25 million immigrants, and 70% of them came into poor Black neighborhoods, Muhammad claimed. Hempstead since the 90s has been flooded with immigrants. That's taking the resources and putting them towards others. Facts. Let's see. Let me see. The public hearing was organized by the state's 9-member Reparations Commission, which was established by law December 2023 to gather public input and examine the historical legacy of slavery and subsequent discriminatory policies in New York. I think that we are owed a debt, Caprice Rain said, a local resident who attended the event as a spectator, told Fox News. Shout out to her. The public hearing was organized by the state's 9-member Representative Commission, which was established by okay, I'm sorry. Several speakers at the hearing represented the United States Freedmen Project. Listen to this. A group of self-identified foundational Black Americans, the organization aims to educate the public on the legal and historic distinctions between African Americans who are direct descendants of enslaved people in the U.S. and those who immigrated to the country voluntarily in recent decades. You hear that, Africans? You hear that, Caribbeans? You hear that, Indians? You hear that, all you groups that come here? Do you hear that? The debate grew contentious at times, culminating in at least one speaker storming out of the auditorium while shouting at the Freedmen Project supporters. Them Democrat shields is mad. Them Democrats are mad, y'all. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Sit down with the clowns if you want to, the speaker, who declined to identify himself to Fox News Digital, yelled as he left. Stand up for freedom. That's what the Democrat supporters said. Supporters of the Freedmen Project argued that any state-level reparations bill based strictly on race would violate the U.S. Constitutional Equal Protection Clause. That's a fact. They urged state officials to base eligibility criteria strictly on proven lineage to insulate the program from inevitable legal challenge. I know how to pronounce that word. I'm getting tongue-tied, y'all. So I don't know how to read. But if those are based on race, they're going to be shot down like affirmative action, like the Fearless Fund, like the Farmers Bill. Divine Prince, a spokesperson for the Freedmen Project, told Fox News recent federal court rulings that struck down race-conscious policy. That's a fact. He ain't lying about that. And shout out to Divine too, man. Shout out to Brother Divine. I had the pleasure of speaking with his counterpart, Brooke, on TikTok before, man. That's a strong sister. And shout out to Brooke also. She be out there marching and stomping for the reparations out there. Just gotta give him a shout out. Addressing those legal concerns at the conclusion of the hearing, Commission member Dr. Ron Daniels acknowledged the complexity of navigating the law. The idea that we feel that we should somehow craft something that would not in some way look like it's racial is somewhat problematic, Daniels said. We do have a legal team. We have legal counsel, and there's a whole body of lawyers who, in fact, are dealing with an injury and harm-based proposition in terms of how to represent reparations. Now, y'all hear this shit? Y'all hear this? They trying to do everything they can to let these immigrants get part of what's owed to us as black Americans. We know the game. We got all these intellectual black men and black women that's been working on how can we get reparations, how it should be written as a constitutional for us to get reparations instead of being unconstitutional by using race. That's the problem. A lot of these people write unconstitutional things and try to get it passed. They know it's not going to pass. It's going to fall flat. So it got to be constitutional. Tensions also flared over the president of the New York Civil Liberties Union, NYCLU. Members of the Freedmen Project argued that the left-leaning organization and its local chapters do not represent the specific interests of ancestral black Americans. Susan Gotterer, the director of the Nassau County chapter of NYCLU, defended a broader approach to addressing systematic inequities. Excuse me. These government policies have affected black New Yorkers regardless of lineage. Excluding a subset of black Americans will leave a significant portion of documented racial injustice completely unexamined. That's some bullshit. See, that anyway. Muhammad called Gottner's remarks disrespectful because they conflate the distinct historical experience of different black populations. The ACLU just want funding so they can get some of our reparations money to pay for these other causes, Muhammad alleged. Shout out to Muhammad again. Muhammad got their foot on their neck. They form these organizations, they give them funding, and they bless these immigrants. They bless these other groups, marginalized groups. Brooke Lean, who attended the hearing wearing a shirt promoting the Freedmen's Project, agreed that the civil liberties group platform diverges from the core goals of the reparations movement, and certain that not all black residents have an equal claim. They want to erase our story, dilute our story by adding in a bunch of people who just got here. Shout out to you, Link. Shout out to you. Let me read that again. They want to erase our story, dilute our story by adding in a bunch of people who just got here, whose ancestors did not build this country. Freedmen Project members also criticized New York State Assembly member Michelle Salages, District 22, a primary sponsor of the legislation that created a commission, for suggesting that reparations should address the systemic issues impacting all black New Yorkers. When we draft the legislation for the commission, we want to ensure that we're having a thorough conversation about slavery and its harm, whether it is mass incarceration, health disparities, the lack of educational opportunities for folks, or the wealth gap. Solange said, "What the hell? Come on, Solange. We ain't trying to hit none of that." And that was the end of it right there. Shout out to the Freedmen Project, man. Shout out to Muhammad. Shout out to Divine. Shout out to the sister Lean that was speaking, man. And that's the issue that we're having when we go to these reparation hearings. Is all these tethers. Then you got the Democrats out here just want to crowbar their way into anything we got. Why is that? Why they can't do their own thing? Why they can't fight for their own stuff? Why y'all got to crowbar yourselves to us? We are different from y'all. We are black Americans. Some people are indigenous to this land. We're not immigrants. We didn't migrate here. We're not refugees. We didn't come here on a tube or a tire. We didn't flee here. We ain't shipping bushmeat here so we can eat African culture. We not doing none of that. Shout out to these people, man, that's fighting, bro. Shout out to y'all, man. And I'm sorry for reporting this late too, man, but I've been dealing with this Carmelo Anthony case, this trial. And yeah, man. Shout out to them people, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to New York City. I know New York get a bad rep, man, but y'all making me proud. Y'all making me happy. Even if I don't get it out here in Texas, I want New York to get what's given to them, what they deserve. And that's my New York black Americans. Y'all keep fighting. Make sure we continue to donate to the Freedmen Project, to Brooke, to Divine, to all these people, man. I got to give y'all a big salute, man. Y'all making headway, and that's how it's supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go. And our people standing on business. But anyway, salute to y'all. I love you. Y'all be safe.
When my heart was heavy, when my mind was tired, you walked into my shadows with a quiet fire. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. Every word you speak cuts straight through. Brian Jehovah, carving my youth into something real, something new. Brian Jehovah, you are the truth. When the lies were louder than the voice inside,